Hello everyone, I thought I'd make this quick video today to give you a complete tour of a Minecraft city that I built in the year 2018. I spent about 8 months on this project, and the city is called Los Perrito. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to know is that Los Perrito has 13 districts, and we'll be covering them each in many detail. There's also a lot of lore behind the city that isn't apparent when you first look at the build, but I will be explaining it to you. So let's get started. The first district here you have is called North Perrito. It is on the north middle of the map, and it will encompass the North Perrito train station, the motel, the supermarket, and the police station. So let's get into that. Quick side note, there's also a bus station here, forgot to mention that. So up here is the North Perrito Inn. It is the first building that was ever built on this city. And in it, it has 2 floors, obviously, is a motel. It has 18 rooms, I think, or has some amount of rooms that are numbered accordingly. Each room, I think, might be, a different layout. You guys might see some weird artifacts. That was because this creative server that we're on used to run 1.12, and I had a custom resource pack that would change this stuff in 1.12, but the resource pack doesn't work. So you'll see more artifacts like this around. But yeah, the only one I can really explain is these pistons, because they were supposed to be a vending machine. Anyway, there's also a check-in here. Let you check into the motel. And this was originally supposed to be the entrance to Los Perrito, but that was changed since. Up next we have the North Perrito train station. It's the first of many train stations throughout the entire city. It used to have like a really bare interior, but it's been remodeled to have 3 floors. The first floor here is the check-in. We got the bags and stuff. These used to be ATM type machines, ticket machines, and these used to be some other stuff. Oh, these are just like opener thingies, I guess. But yeah, there's a bag policy and stuff. And then here's supposed to be an elevator. In the second story we have the Los Perrito Transit System Railway Lounge, because you can't have a good transit system without having a railway lounge. Here we have Carol's Coffee, not to be confused with Carl's Coffee. As you can see, their main item today is a potato. Yeah. Then we have an antique shop with some very special antiques. We got the deluxe gaming chair, because this used to be a gaming chair. Master replica of Sean Richards' skull. I'll explain who Sean Richards is later. And the first hydrant in Los Perrito. So these anvils were supposed to be fire hydrants. And then, check in. And here's also a view of the platform, whatever you call it. For the final story, we have an entertainers area. There's a stage with some speakers, and you can come up and do your part, and some seats. And yeah, so down here we have a train. You can actually enter this train, and you can access a whole metro system down here. I don't want to do that because it's not very good looking. It's just a block that you fly through and stuff. So yeah, that completely covers the North Perrito train station. Up next we have the supermarket. It is named Willie's Market, and it's open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And inside here we have 4 aisles. We have ingredients and stuff, cool drinks, instant meals, and frozen treats. There's a self-checkout here and 2 normal checkout stands. There's also a whole little thingy of shopping carts and some fluorescent lighting. Alright, next building. Next building here we have is the Los Perrito Police Department Police Station. It is the only one in the city, despite the fact that there was originally 2, but the other one got lost to a data loss in the server. Anyway, in here we have a little waiting room, a little desk, and then back here we have a holding cell, temporary holding cell for the prison, which we'll get into later. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Almost forgot to mention, but the main road here goes all the way from North Perrito all the way to the other side of the city. And it is, I believe, called Harvey Street. And yeah, so that completely covers North Perrito. And over here we got 3 more districts. So on this side you'll have Greengrass Hills, over here you'll have Edmonton, and here you'll have Redwood. So I'll cover Redwood first, and then Greengrass, and then Edmonton, because it seems like the right thing to do, I guess. So Redwood actually isn't really that big. It contains this unused shop, a pizza place, Taco Bell, a barber. Okay, this one's kind of on the line, but a community center and a bank, combined with a gas station. No, that gas station's part of Edmonton, my bad. So this unused building, I believe, was going to be a fish shop, but it was never finished, but we got 1 fish tank here. Over here is a staple of the Los Perrito dining experience. We got giant Luigi's Pizza, and we got a big old soda fountain with some classic sodas such as Soda Cola, Betsy, Orange Fountain, Spirit, and good old Toot Beer. Just gotta love those classics. And over here we have custom-made pizza for $3.99 and a pan pizza for $4.99. And yeah, we also got some pepperoni and cheese. So next here is the bank, and this bank actually has some significance to me because I built it the first time I ever went to a bank to retrieve a debit card. So yeah, I studied the layout just so I could build it in Minecraft, because that's what all 13-year-olds do, come on. We got the tellers here, we got the little cubicle thingies there, and then down here we have a vault. So yeah, the vault here, not very secure, but the little staff lock thingy makes it so no one else can go into it. Yeah, and here we have deposit boxes, and then in here is the actual vault. Don't worry, it's not the biggest bank vault in the city. We'll get to the bigger one much later. But yeah, that about covers the bank, so let's get on to the next building. So up next, we got a Taco Bell. I'm not even entirely sure what this is supposed to represent, but this is supposed to be the little bell thing. And as you can see, very bare bone, very minimalistic, if you will. Got some stuff. I think I based it off my local Taco Bell, which luckily survived being demolished because everything around it did. Rest in peace. Over here's a parking lot. Yeah, for the bank, I guess. Over here is a barbershop. And no specific name. We got the seats here, and the hair drying thingies here, and the waiting room here. But yeah. So now finally we have the community center. I based it off a karate place that I used to go to when I was a kid. So that explains this kind of design, I guess. But yeah, that's about it for this building. So now that we've completely cleared out Redwood, we're going to go to Greengrass Hills over here, which is one of the more residential areas, if you will. The first one, in fact. And I guess we'll kick things off by going to the first house, which is one of the houses I used to live in. So yeah, I used to live in this house when it was first built. And yeah, we got a kitchen here, pretty run-of-the-mill, if you will. So got the charcoal and dishwasher, a nice dining table with a view of a city and a plain. Got a nice 4K TV with the couch and the TV stand. Got a bathroom, which is actually a very rare feature here in Los Perrito, and a nice one-man bedroom with nothing in it. We also have a nice attic, of course. It's empty entirely. And we even have a nice backyard with a pool, a hot tub, an umbrella thingy, recliners, and a barbecue. But yeah, that about clears this house. Let's move on to the next house. So this next house is the same concept, but light blue. And it was where my other builder, Brian, used to live in. So yeah, we got a nice living room with a big old TV, a conference room sized dining room, and a nice big kitchen. Yeah, it's charcoal in this one, but not in this one. Oh well. And up here is the, I guess, bedroom. Kind of weird though. Oh wait, no, that's the bathroom. It's kind of weird layout, to be honest. I don't actually remember where the bedroom was at, to be honest. Oh wait, it was in here. So this is the bedroom. Had a redstone lamp next to it. And this backyard is an exact copy of mine, but I let it slide. Next building. So this is not really like a building, but it's an honorable mention. We built a construction site. It's supposed to be a red house, and we even got 3 porta potties. That actually borders our next district, West Palm, which we'll be exploring much later. Anyway, our next building is the Los Perrito Fire Station, only one in its city. Of course, why have multiple fire stations when you have one? Got a nice lobby here. Fire trucks that can be parked in here, and a little fire pole thingy with, yeah, unfinished liminal space. So up next we have a national park. Yeah, this is as national as you're gonna get. It is called the Greengrass National Park. And yeah, if this looks wonky in the editing, it's because I filmed this much later because I forgot to show it. Up next we have the Indigo Park, I think it was called. Yeah, Indigo Park. So like one of the only parks in the city. There used to be another one, but data loss took it away from us, smited it from the world. Anyway, we got a seesaw, we got some swings, monkey bars, and a little jungle gym thingy. believe there's also, yeah, a slide here. There's supposed to be a slide. Benches, some trees, and a nice grass area. Finally, we have the Indigo Park train station. This is another train station. There's a lot of train stations in the city. We got a waiting room here. And there's trains. This is the platform. And once again, you can actually enter the train and also go down here into the stuff. I don't know why that's open. That's not supposed to be open. Oh, crap. So yeah, that about covers up Greengrass Hills. So the next one, we're going to move on to just a big one. We're going to be moving to Edmonton, which is this whole area right here. Edmonton will include this gas station and convenience store. It'll include this tool shop, I think, or a fireworks shop. I forgot what it was. Yeah, Dan's Fireworks. It'll include this gun store, this hospital, this movie theater, this pawn shop. So yeah, let's get started. So this McDonald's here is an American-style McDonald's, and the reason I have to clarify that's American-style is because we do also have a European-style McDonald's somewhere else in the city. It has a nice menu. Yeah, we even got a little TV here for the kiddies to play with. No play sadly. Yeah, I know. Up next we have a gas station. I think there's 2 gas stations in the entire city. No, 3. There's 3 gas stations. And this one is the Edmonton gas station in combination with this convenience store. Pretty run-of-the-mill. Next to that convenience store we have Dan's Fireworks. Used to be a tool shop, but we got access to all sorts of fireworks here. Ooh. But yeah. Up next we're going to look at this store. It is called Jimbo's Hunting and Sporting Goods. One of 2 in the entire city. And it sells guns. Yeah. Gotta protect our rights, you know what I mean? Don't worry. I will explain the politics and history of the city in the next part. But in the meantime, let's move on. So this is a big one. This is the Los Perrito movie theater. It doesn't have an official name, but it's a movie theater. We got 5 posters for Los Perrito the movie. Into the Nether. Taco Boy 2. It's a classic, to be honest. Mr. Mountain, and Moon the movie. Yeah. However, none of these movies are actually being shown in the theaters, but there's also ticket stands here, and then here's the entrance. So yeah, this glazed terracotta definitely gives off a nice movie theater feel. There's a little stand here to buy snacks and popcorn. There's also a drink machine and bathrooms and water fountains. And then we actually have 4 theaters. This one's playing The Rise of Skywalker. This one's playing Iron Man 2. This one's playing the Lego Movie 2 3D. And this one's playing Avengers Endgame. Now, each movie theater is the exact same. Yeah, we don't have an IMAX theater, sadly. Well, I would have loved to have one. And then back here is... Okay, this is kind of on the border of West Palm, but we got Sal's Hot Dogs. It's a nice classic hot dog chain. Used to go here with my buddies after seeing all them movies. Am I right? Oh yeah, we got a parking lot there too. This movie theater, along with this McDonald's, was one of the few buildings which were like originally built, but then remodeled because they look really bad. I think, yeah, the train station was also like that. I don't believe there's any others, but if there is, I'll let you know. So next up, we have Edmonton Hospital. The first story was supposed to be a pharmacy type thing where you can just buy medication, but I never finished it. And then up here is the doctor's office. There's a waiting room, and then there's different rooms. Yeah, each room is like a nice kind of bedroom type thing. But yeah, our boys have premium healthcare, even though they have to pay money for it. Let's go. Now the final shop here I'm going to talk about is the pawn shop. And inside of it's pretty run-of-the-mill too. Bare detail, got an employees only section. And I also do not believe there's anything on this second story, it's just there for decoration. But yeah, that covers Edmonton. Before we go to downtown, we're going to look at these few districts right here because there's quite a lot to unpack. And then I think we might look at these districts as well before we hit downtown. So let's get started. So this district right here is called Topaz, and it just encompasses this street. And in it we got a clothes shop, a diner, a library, a gym, post office, and an auto shop. So the auto shop is pretty bare bones. We got a little thingy for the cars to drive over and people can work under them, and a little thingy they can raise them. We also have spare parts here and a little workshop desk right there to work on the cars. Next up, we have the Los Perrito post office. So this is the place where all the mail gets sent. Got nice mailboxes and a little reception desk. I believe back here we have, yep, a little big old warehouse of boxes. Over here we have Los Perrito Fitness, LP Fitness. Can't be a parody of any real gyms, am I right? So this is a gym. Got dumbbells, those thingies you lay on to lift the dumbbells. We got treadmills, those little bicycle things, and also a mirror. And yeah, pretty bare bones, but pretty effective. Up here is probably one of my favorite buildings because of how it looks, not because I like libraries, but this is the Gerald Stonsky Library. I will explain who that is later as well. And in it we have the fiction section, because what library doesn't have a fiction section? The biography section, which is probably filled with propaganda, to be honest. Non-fiction section, heavily restricted, nothing in there. We also had a computer lab, because these fence gates were meant to be laptops, but yeah. We also got a sci-fi section, and I also got a nice sky roof with another airplane above us. Yeah. Alright, next building we have a David's Diner. The David's Diner franchise in this city has a lot of lore, and there are a total of 2 of them in this city, maybe 3, depending if there's one in the airport or not. But this one is just a run-of-the-mill diner, nothing too special. So yeah. Now finally we have the Cube Preem store. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, it's bad, but it's a clothes store. This is supposed to be closed in the back. We got a changing room, and a reception desk, and a crafting table that I forgot to break. Yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention, Topaz encompasses these 3 buildings as well. Oops. So this building is a bar, Ben's Bar. It's actually I like this building a lot. It's tables, we got a nice big old bar area, a jukebox, and then we have a comedy club, I guess. You can go up here and tell your funny jokes and then get laughed at because you're not funny. Yeah. And this is supposed to be a dartboard, and I think this is supposed to be a pool table. But yeah, it's an all-around epic vibe to hang out at. Here is a convenience store, but it was originally meant to be an abortion clinic. Yeah. In fact, I had the whole interior all done, and then I had to change it because the server was going to ban me. Let's go. But yeah, this is a convenience store, 2 vending machines, 2 racks, 1 thingy, pretty bare bones. Let's move on. Finally, we have the tech shop, a Microsoft store, if you will. Now, these include some Vertec Manticore V8s. We'll explain that later. We also got some Vertec Archons. I'll also explain that later. And then we got fence gates, because they were supposed to be the technology, but my resource pack doesn't work no more. So yeah, that covers the entirety of Topaz. So the next buildings we'll look at will be Staff Street. Now Staff Street is the street which all the Los Perrito staff live at, except for, of course, me and my other builder, making up the whole staff because we live somewhere else, but we used to live here. But yeah, I used to have 2 houses here actually, so I'll be showing you those. I won't be showing you every house because not interesting enough, but some of the houses I will show. So this first house is the second house, no, I think the 3rd house I used to live in, because the second house I had was in downtown. But this is the 3rd house, and it had a decent interior, to be honest, and a decent bedroom. And it was also here that I tested out the first ever 3D model I made for a resource pack, which was kind of epic, if you will. Anyway, here we have a driveway, nothing special. Let's move on. Over here is my builder's house, Ryan. This is his house. Nice interior. He had a Nintendo Switch and whatever this was. A jukebox that was playing this song. Oh god, that music disc has been in there for years. Jesus Christ, what have I done? Anyway, I got a kitchen with some bread, an Alexa, toaster, coffee, a fridge, furnace. Apparently it was used.
Here's something I found on the web.
Alexa, stop! Jesus. Okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Amazon Echo, I will call it. Anyway, got a nice fireplace, another... Oh, okay, there was supposed to be a chest there, but I guess there isn't. Here's a nice hallway with a bedroom, and an attic. I can't get there, but I want to know what's in there. But yeah, this next house was one of our staff members named Silver Alex, who had the perm to color a sign. Okay, yeah, wait. Yeah, we can't color signs, not even, yeah, stupid server. Anyway, this house was pretty good. It's the same style interior, of course, and that's a bedroom with no window, somehow. But yeah, all these next houses do not have interiors, except for this one, which was also my house after that house. So what was special about this house is, instead of having all the levers on a redstone lamp, it had one nice light switch. Had a nice living room, the jukebox, and this time I did have a chest. Over here is a nice kitchen with a nice dining room, and in here we had a bedroom. That's pretty nice. So that was Staff Street, and then next we're going to move on to one of the most important districts, if you will, Torino. So yeah, Torino encompasses all of these buildings right here, and that, and I dare say that too. So yeah, pretty big. Let's get started. So first things first, you'll notice that Torino directly borders North Perrito and Redwood. Pretty epic. But yeah, the first building we're going to look at here is the gas station, the Torino gas station. And this gas station actually is attached to a car wash, the only car wash in the city, which is pretty awesome. I also included all those little wipey thingies properly, I guess, and a little dry off thingy, and a little thingy to drag your car along, lights, and a little pay here thing. Even though that's on the wrong side, it should be on the left side, obviously. Over here's the gas station. This is the second one, and it has, you just drive your car in the middle here, I guess, and yeah, you get access to both sides. Next up, we got Bob's Bakery. Kind of one of the smallest buildings here, aside from that tool store. It's a bakery, as you can guess. They sell bread and cake. This is why I had to mention that McDonald's was American, because this is a European-style McDonald's. I believe in here we have some Happy Meals and some mixed steak. Yeah, we gotta love a mixed steak. Perrito exclusive, by the way, mixed steaks. We got yeah, and everything else is the same. And up here, I believe we had more dining room area. And I haven't been up here in a while. But yeah, up next we have a sushi place. I based this off of one of my local sushi places named Asahi Sushi. Shout out to you guys. You guys are technically in the game because I based your architecture loosely off your thing. Got a nice AC vent. Got a kitchen with some stuff. We got a little outside type thingy where you can sit. And a bathroom. So yeah. Up next we have a factory. This is called the O'Driscoll Bros Factory. Named after the O'Driscolls from Red Dead Redemption 2. Back when it first came out, because that's when this was built. Inside we got lots of gizmos and gadgets, some real tech, if you will, and some chests and a crafting table. So yeah, that's about it. Up next we got Fancy Man Dan's Jewelry Store. There's 2 jewelry stores in the city, but I don't know if the other one's called Fancy Man Dan's. But Fancy Man Dan's is the best jewelry store in the city, trust me. This jewelry store has some nice display cases. Lots of whites and blacks and grays. Kind of off-putting if you ask me. Up next, this is not really a building, but it's part of the border control that we have here, because this is the actual entrance to Los Perrito. And in fact, I think I should cover that right now. This is the entrance to Los Perrito. Out here, it's technically not Los Perrito. And we got some, yeah, began being built since November 29th, 2018, which is quite a while ago. We have a guard tower, because why wouldn't you? Our city is technically a city-state, so we're technically our own country type thing. But anyway, yeah, you go in here, and then you drive in here to have your vehicle inspected before driving out over there. Or, if you're like a truck or something, you just drive into here and merge into this 2-lane road from this 8-lane road. Okay, up next we have the Torino train stations, and this is the only train station that I think I built. I think the other ones are built by my friend and the co-builder Ryan. But I like this train station a lot. I did base it off the GTA 5 train stations, so you can kind of see that a lot. We got that and stuff, and then we have the platform, which has, this one goes to North Perrito. I believe this train right here is going to the airport, Sean Richards International Airport. Oh, you gotta be shit. Alright, now that we got that little tiny gimmick out of the way, where was I? Oh yeah. So this is the soccer stadium. We had originally had a stadium in Edmonton, but it was taken down because it looked really bad. But this is a nice soccer pitch, in my opinion. I don't actually know that much about soccer, but my co-builder Ryan was into soccer at the time, so we built this. And in here is where the players are like, they get ready. I have no idea who these people are. I don't even know if they're real or not, but yeah. What the f? Anyway, up next we have Pronghorn Lake. Nice lake named after the pronghorn deer. We got a nice outhouse to poo-poo in. And we have a little parking lots to park your little cars. Sideways, of course. Not an idiot. But there's a rather curious thing here, which I'll show you in a minute. AKA right now. This is a bomb shelter. Only one room I think is done, and it's this one. This is where all the food would be. This is where the people would sleep. And I believe this room is unfinished. Got a nice hallway. But yeah, this is supposed to be a bomb shelter. You know, because you gotta prepare for everything. Alright, now over here, in between Pronghorn and the airport, we have a freeway entrance. And it goes to another fictional, unbuilt city, of course, called Pacifico. Yeah, completely did not build it because plot limitations. Let's go. Alright, before we get into downtown, I actually want to get into West and South Palm. So let's get started. Okay, this is West Palm Beach. It's a nice, chill spot. I used some brown concrete powder to imitate wet sand. We got rocks and chill out areas and tiny rocks, holes, hills, lifeguard houses, beach balls, hangout places, sand castles, more beach balls, volleyballs, volleyball courts, and Larry's boat and fishing rentals, along with the official Los Perrito harbor. Yeah, behold it. It's in all of its beauty. And of course we have the vast and infinite ocean. Presumably the Pacific Ocean. I think. Over here we have a beach house. I base this off of a beach house that I go to every year for 2 weeks. And there's 2 stories, I believe. Yeah, one there and another one up here. Unbuilt, of course. This whole other place was also supposed to be filled with beach houses, but I never got to it. Over here is a shrimp place. Shaky Shrimp. Over here is a shrimp place. Shaky Shrimp. Another classic, of course. Got the classic architecture, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. The shrimp tank, food, stuff. Yeah. We also built the Krusty Krab here, but it got lost to the data loss. The great data loss of whenever it happened. So the final place in technically West Palm is this bus terminal. This is the big boy bus terminal. It's a big boy. So yeah, that covers all of West Palm pretty much. So let's move to South Palm. Now over here, it's empty right now, but there was originally a rounded type hotel. It was a circle type building that went up. It was white. And over here was a parking garage for said hotel. Both lost to the data loss. Next up is the big one. This is the public storage. Because middle school me was super interesting that I had to put a public storage in my city. It's still pretty good though. Got nice hallways, and also I think my mayor's unit, which, if I'm not correct, houses some very suspicious items. And yeah, these are the hallways and stuff, and the public storage. Hello, Sal's. Over here is the South Palm train station. I actually don't remember what it looks like inside of here, but well, I guess we'll find out. So it just goes down to the platform. Again, there's a train. And I surprisingly did not put barrier blocks here, so you can just go on the platform and be a little idiot boy if you want to. But yeah, up here we got ticket machines. These are supposed to be ticket machines. reception desks, the little weigh thingy, and the waiting areas, and a TV that'll show you your arrivals and departures. Also, this is the only, no, one of the two only 4-lane roads in the city. I think the other one is over near South Perrito. So this next place in South Perrito is an unused building. It's just there, nothing in it. And right next to that we have the best looking gas station ever created. I lied, there's actually 4 gas stations. Sorry. Anyway, over here we have the Tupa warehouse. Tupa stands for the Union Private Army, which is the army of Los Perrito and its country, but also Los Perrito. It's quite empty, honestly. Nothing really inside of here. I was gonna make this like a go-karting area. That'd been kind of cool, but I never did it. Anyway, up here we have a little lounge, I guess, and some sleeping quarters for the people working here. And we also have 4 depots for trucks to load and unload. And next to this warehouse is a curious little building that I like to call f***ing prison. Let's do it. So this prison's actually pretty detailed, and the reason it is so detailed is because I watched a shit ton of Beyond Scared Straight before making this prison. So here's how the inmate would enter. The guards would close this door, and this door would open. So here are the holding cells. There's 2 floors. We'll go all the way back. Over here is the visiting area. So you get to visit your loved ones. Of course, no contact, because why would we? Over here is some general hangout areas. And here we got this. Don't drop the soap, am I right? Over here we got the chow hall. Yeah. Out here we got the yard. Gotta get that yard time in. And then over here we have a curious little house. We got an execution chamber. This is where the executioner would turn it on the chair. On the other side is where the witnesses would be. And there's where the condemned would sit. Yeah. Anyway, this is where the witnesses would arrive in a little gate type thingy. They go in here, and then they'd arrive here, so they can't actually go into the prison. But yeah, that's the prison. So let's move on to, I believe this is called the Stonsky Hotel, named after Gerald Stonsky once again. Over here we got a statue of Sean Richards. It's a little memorial part type thingy. That's when he was born, that's when he was dead. He deaded that year. Pretty epic. But yeah, this is a pretty nice hotel, to be honest. We got a lobby, nice light. We got a Quacky Mart. Can't imagine what that's a parody of. We have a pool you can swim laps in. Like a boss. And then up here is where the rooms are. So we do have a vending machine area. I think each room is the exact same, so there's no use in showing you every single room, but yeah. Nice to be at Best Buy though, to be honest. Up next in South Palm in the final building is the Davis courtroom. I don't remember who Davis was. But yeah, over here we got a list of every mayor, but I couldn't type in any new ones because some stupid sign restrictions, I guess. But yeah, I'll explain more of this in the lore part. So here we have some cubicles, and then here we have the actual courtroom. This is where the jury would sit. This is where the accused would sit, or the defendant, I think. And this is where the people, I guess, would sit. The plaintiff, I think. I forgot the plaintiff, and I think the defendant's this guy, right? Oh well. This is where the judge would be, and this is where the witnesses and stuff would be. Yeah, pretty run-of-the-mill courtroom, but it's epic. Let's move on. So now that we've covered all of South Palm, I think it's time to finally get into downtown. There is a lot to unpack here. It's very detailed, so let's get moving. So first up, this is like an honorable mention because it's not really in downtown, but it's technically like in the district. It's a nice coffee shop. Some of the newer buildings actually. Looks really nice, to be honest. Over here, this was originally supposed to be an arcade. However, in the newer versions of the city, we actually tore this down to make way for another exit here on the freeway, but the data loss changed that back. But yeah, this is originally supposed to be an arcade, but it was never finished. Over here is a parking garage. It's a nice one with a nice, sexy van. Absolute monster of a van right there. But this parking garage is meant for the Vertec HQ. Yeah. So yeah, Vertec HQ is a tech company in Los Perrito, like Apple or Samsung. We got a reading room here, elevator there, some offices, more offices, the marketing office, and then in here we got the prototype room, the testing room. So that's supposed to be the Vertec Graphics, the X10. This is supposed to be like a phone, but Resource Pack made it not a phone. Well, this is supposed to be Resource Pack. This is the Vortec Manticore V9, which is supposed to be a laptop, which canonically released in 2020, but the city's like outdated. This is the Vertec Alistair V7. It's a desktop computer, supposed to be. And then here's just some more stocks of them. So the second story here is the conference rooms. So in here we have, I think, a few conference rooms. We have a public conference room where there'll be journalists here, and the people here will be announcing stuff like, yeah, blah, 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 this is me. And then over here we have a pirate conference room with a nice, just an epic view of the movie theater, if you will. We also have two more private conference rooms, one right here and one right here, because you can't have enough conference rooms, am I right? And I think the two actually connect, yeah. Go you. Third story we have is the lounge, so yeah, pretty bare bones, but we do have a helipad here with a helicopter. So yeah. Fourth story is the production room. This is where all the production happens. And yeah, we totally do not employ any child labor because that's illegal. Oh shit, they're not supposed to know. This is the head designer's office. The final floor is the CEO's office. This is the CEO here is Ryan. He has a little cubicle here, a nice waiting and lounge area with a kitchen and a garden. I think that's about it for this building. So up next we have this building here. There's no interior and it's not named. It's just there to decoration to make a beautiful skyline. But this building, oh boy, this is the most important building in all of Los Perrito because this is the Capitol building. Think of it as like the town hall or like the White House of this city. So here we have the four flags. This is the Los Perrito flag, and these are the flags of the three countries that support us. So we got Germany, England, and Norway. Even though our city's kind of American-based. Oh well. Here's the lobby. We got a nice chandelier and a PA speaker, and also stuff. And we also have two floors down here. Down here is the parking garage. I know it looks like the outside, but this was actually built with the illusion, so it's not really outside, but it looks like it. This is my car, I think, with the, no, I forgot which car this was. I think this is, okay, one of these cars was mine, one of these was Ryan, I don't remember which. But this parking garage actually extends down here to connect to another building that we will look at later. Alright, in the floor negative one, if you will, we have like a basic work office. We got the mayor's office, which is my office, government office, which is Ryan's office, and the modeling room, which we can build models of buildings when we're trying to plan out stuff. We originally had plans here to build a university, but that actually never happened. It was supposed to go right where the soccer pitch was at. Over here we have two bathrooms, female, no urinals, and male, yes urinals, because urinals are the epic. These things were supposed to be people. I modeled them to be the player model. Just trying to add life. Going past the lobby, we have the first floor, which is the condos. This was my second house that I lived in downtown. It's kind of like an apartment. Nothing too fancy, but nah. This was Ryan's second house too. Had a all carpeted floor, which was the big difference. But other than that, pretty much the same. Next up we have the lounge. It's a pretty standard lounge. Got the classic sodas once again, and a TV. Up here we got the interview room. So if you're applying to be part of the Los Perrito government, this is where you'd be interviewed for the job. Two interview rooms, and we got a reading room for the people being interviewed, along with a balcony. Because who doesn't love having a big old view? Okay, where's that plane's wing? There's the plane's wing. So yeah, who doesn't just love a view of this building here? Maybe some other stuff too. But yeah, anyway, over here is the private work office, the next floor. Got Ryan's cubicle with the England flag and my cubicle with the Norway flag. Because I'm Norwegian, like a bit, and Ryan likes England, even though he's not. But yeah, this is restricted, so only the plot staff can access this floor. Next floor is the public conference room. Same concept as the Vertec one, except in the Capitol building, you have journalists here and the person speaking here. But ideally, this is where the mayor would make speeches. If not, if he's not making them outside or whatnot. Over here's the private conference room, the next floor. And it is a nice conference room, which is being not used right now because reasons. Here is the break room, a smaller lounge. As you can see, the room size has gone significantly smaller because of the layering of the building. But yeah, we got a nice view of the airport, which we'll see later, but we'll get an even better view of the airport in that building and also the top of this building. The final floor is the dome. This is the Coupe de... This is... Why? Okay, there, now it's loaded in. So yeah, you have a nice view of all the tops of buildings, a nice 777, if you will. And also a good view of the airport being obstructed by that. But yeah, you get a good view of the city overall. So yeah, that was the Capitol building, most important building of all. And before we go to these buildings, we're going to take a look at these few smaller ones, these two ones right here, because they're kind of important too. This first one is the takeoff station, which is like a parody of the flyaway buses that take you to LAX from Van Nuys in LA. So you book your ticket here, you wait out here, and then a bus will take you from here to the airport. Kind of silly though, considering the airport's walking distance from here. But yeah, nothing too special. Over here we have the downtown train station, railway terminal, if you will. It's quite dark in here because this is back when we had world edit lighting glitches. Down here we do have an arcade that actually does function. And also another waiting room. And down here is the terminus. Alright, now back to the buildings. So this one's pretty insignificant because there's really no interior, but it is based off the Capitol Records building in LA. Picture of it now. And there's also, this is the only bit of interior we built. Oh well. This next building is pretty important. This is the apartment building. So yeah, there's a few apartments plus a penthouse. But first you got the lobby floor. And here we have the floor status. I did not know it was occupied. Oh well. Let's see if he's even online. Yeah, he's not online. Yeah. First floor here, they're all apartments, so they don't look as good. But I think this one has a bedroom. I know one of these apartments have a bathroom. This is the second story. Same but light green. This is the one with the bathroom, yeah. And yeah, bedroom. This is the third story. You got the nice piss orange walls with the barely any room to even live in. Fourth floor with the nice cyan blue walls. This is like some Hong Kong level living type here. Paying $3,000 of rent for this. This is now we're at the penthouse, which is actually quite nice to be honest. The penthouse encompasses 3 floors. It's a nice headroom, if you will. First floor here is like a nice living room with a TV. And you take these stairs up here to get to the second floor, which is the dining room and the kitchen. And then you take the third floor, which is the other type of dome. Chandelier, recliners, you get an amazing view of the airport. And here's the bedroom. So yeah, that covers the apartment building. So up next, we will take a look at the Schwartzman complex. This is these two buildings here. I don't think there's an interior. Well, there is an interior, but it's very minimal. Very not complete, so let's get started. So this is the lobby. Yeah. First floor is the Los Perrito Council secondary conference room. So in the event that we can't use the first conference room in the Capitol building, we'd go here. That bothers me a lot. This is the gate to the second building, so zoop. No interior, of course. And then yeah, that's all it for the interiors. Everything else is just incomplete, but planned. So yeah, over here is also these, and these two are also unused buildings, but they're there just to add to the skyline. However, these buildings are not there to add to the skyline. These are very important. These are the Tupa headquarters, the private army. So I think this one is the one that's actually interiorized. This one doesn't have an interior, but they are meant to be a part. Oh wait, no, this one actually does have an interior. Huh, I didn't. Okay, yeah, this one does not. Fuck. This one does not have a complete interior, but this one does have a complete interior. I think I just found the door. Here's the door. So yeah, you go down here to access the parking garage, this was the building that it led to from the Los Perrito Capitol building. It doesn't make sense, but fuck you. And down here we have a curious little Easter egg. So for those who don't know, this is like a recreation of an original underground base that me and Ryan constructed even before this city. So like 2016, 2017 type. It was pretty big, but then the plot got deleted because Creative Fund made the plots increase in size. But yeah, it would have looked something like this, but just way bigger. More hallways and stuff. Anyway, the real elevator goes here. So this is the lobby. Up here is the HR, Human Resources team. Yeah, it's an office. Next floor. We got the fleet manager. So this people will be responsible for managing the Tupa fleet. We got a blueprint. So I think this is like the Navy and the Air Force and type stuff. Just like, yeah, managing them boats and them planes. Here we got the tech crew. These guys manage all of our technology. We got a VR station because we're epically cool. This is the General Research Center. They research general stuff. These are supposed to be laptops. I don't know why I keep saying that. You guys already know that, but yeah. This is the private conference room once again. Just a conference room with the chairs and stuff. These chairs are all labeled though. Some of the biggest boys in the Tupa will be in there. This is the bridges to the apartment, so this will take you to the second one. And I don't feel like showing actually, yeah. Okay. What? No way. Holy moly. Bazinga. This is the lobby, by the way. Anyway, next floor on the main one. This is the operations center, so these are supposed to be guns on the wall. And this is where we do all of our super secret stuff. So we got a surveillance system, a turret station, and a UAV station, so we can fly some drones. Up here we have the lounge. It doesn't need much elaboration. It's a lounge. Chairman's office. This is Ryan. He's the chairman of Tupa. And this is the CEO's office, which is me. So yeah, a nice big office, lounge, stuff. And up here we have the roof, which has a helicopter on it. So yeah, there's just one final building to cover in downtown, and then we will move on to the airport, which is also a lot to unpack. So this final building is the hotel. And unlike these buildings, the interior is actually not on the top, but actually underground. Because I can fit more stuff in there. So this is the hotel hallway. We got 4 rooms. Each one of them looks like this. There's also a balcony, which looks into black concrete, but you can see the other balcony, which is kind of cool. But yeah, each hotel room looks the exact same. 3 beds, TV, couch, coffee room. Oh, okay, they're not the same. This is a different one, I guess. Next hotel room. This hotel room has 2 queen beds and a TV and a nice coffee. And this one is the exact same. But yeah, that is the final building in downtown. Let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, that is the final one, so now you know the purpose of each one of these. I will go over some stuff that was originally here, though. This was supposed to be a center park, like a place where people get married. And this was supposed to be a shrine when Minecraft turned 10. Both got lost. Yeah. So now that downtown is done, we will be covering the airport and all of its buildings related to it. So I think first we're going to cover this fancy hotel, fancy diner slash nightclub. This side you got the diner side, on this side you got the dance club side, because there's a dance floor, DJ, lounge, jukebox. This is a VIP, there's a pool table. And I don't... Oh, this is the bar. This is where the people order the drinks. It was so plain, I don't remember what it was. Over here's the dining tables, like I said, and here's the kitchen. But yeah, in the back we do have like a type of center park, because there is one of these, I don't remember what they're called, those thingies. Yeah. I think this is a rocket ship, but I can't be too sure. But this is an airplane, for sure. Yeah. Okay, go into the actual parking area of the airport. We got a big old parking lot and a globe fountain, which looks really cool, might I add. I don't know if I actually tried to replicate any of the countries, but yeah, there you go. Here is the airport train station. It is pretty bare bones, barely any waiting room, and then the terminal platform thingies right here. I should have probably done a better job at this, to be honest. Anyway, this is the takeoff station drop-off points and pickup points, so yeah. And this is the entrance to the terminals. There's 3 total terminals, so we're going to be going through the departures and coming out the arrivals. So here we got the airline check-ins. This is where you check in, and unlike a real airport, instead of doing it airline-based, you do it class-based, because we're classist. Up here we got our top-of-the-line security, whole 2 machines and some x-ray machinery. And then over here is the entrance to the regional terminal. The regional terminal here has some moving sidewalks and 3 gates. And in this gate we actually do have some aircraft interiors, but they're not the ones you'd expect. We have an Osprey, or the Avenger from GTA 5. We have an attack helicopter because, yeah, why not? And we have a B-29 World War II bomber, complete with a bomb bay, even though I'm completely sure that this is not where the bomb bay would be. Anyway, here we have some seats and stuff, and then here's the shops for the regionals. We got shops, not labeled of course, why would we? Except this one, this is a bathroom. And this is a bridge from the regional to the arrivals. But yeah, without further ado, let's go back to the security point and go to the first international terminal. And over here is the shops for the first international terminals. We got a McDonald's, a Josea's Donuts. I don't remember what this was. This was the David's Diner inside the airport. So yeah, there was 3 of them. Actually had a nice top terminal thing too, which is kind of cool. Over here we got an Arby's because we got the meats. This is another bridge to domestic flights. And over here we have a lounge. We got a Carl's Coffee, not to be confused with Carol's Coffee. And we have a first class lounge, which I really like a lot. So you just go up here, and there's a piano, golden plate tables, fountains, and other stuff, tables. Okay, anyway, yeah, I think that concludes the shops. These are the customer service, in case you're having some problems at our airport. This is the arrivals, but we will be showing you this later. Over here we got 2 gates, I believe. This one goes to Tomford, Caribbean, which is a fictional place. And this one goes to the airliner interiors that we have. So we have 3 different ones. So yeah, here is a private jet. Looks kind of epic. Got a cockpit too. Here is a regional jet, so like a 737 or an A320. It has a first class here, and then economy, followed by 2 lavatories and bathrooms, and another galley. And there's also a cockpit too. Those are supposed to be clouds, by the way. Here are the international flights, so like a 747 or an A380, or no, okay, not an A380 or like a 787 or a 777 or an A350. Big old cockpit, probably too big for its size. We got those first class house type thingies, nice seats. Next up we got a business class, a bar, and then we have economy class here with 2 bathrooms. Okay, now we're gonna go into the second international terminal. These are some historical paintings, which I'll explain later in the lower part. But here you have the passport control, followed by bathrooms, and then here are the gates. There's a lot of them, like lots and lots of gates. Followed by some shops. There's a McDonald's. There's another shop here, and this is the entrance to the arrivals. So let's go through the arrivals now on both sides. So this is what the arrivals would look like, kinda. This is the international arrival. So we got Los Perrito gift shop. We got Toyokai Japanese cuisine. I'm not racist, I promise. Jim's photo booth. That bedrock was originally textured to look like a green screen. A KFC. Once again, I'm also not racist, but this is Shahida's Indian cuisine. Marcello's Italian cuisine. Oh, mamma mia. We got Vincent Tolbert Lounge. Matt's Market. The second part of the lounge. The Sean Richards Lounge. Tim Hortons. I think that's a donut place, right? I don't know. Let me search that up. Yeah, it's a Canadian, I guess. All right. Ryan Matthews Souvenir. Jose's Donuts again. Barry's Buffet. Steakies, another classic, of course. Up and Atom from Grand Theft Auto 5. Five Guys. And then here's the bathrooms again. And these are customs. This is not supposed to be people, but since I'm the mayor, I get to take the mayor's route. Alright, now we're going to go through the another arrivals. This is the other arrivals area. So there is going to be less shops because it's not as big. We got a maintenance room, not shop, but this is a maintenance room. You guys get to chill here and have access to the tarmac. Oh, and this is a welfare office. I don't exactly know what that does, but someone told me to put it here, so I did. Here's a subway. And there's also a dead body in this subway. And I also got another Arby's. Now here's the baggage claim, but before we go to the baggage claim, we gotta talk about the currency exchange, also known as the Gjalderiskt, the Valutavskling, the Cambio de Divisas, the exchange de divisas, the currency exchange, the Geldwechsel, Wimianus Walut, Augment Valuti, Whistle Cantor. They all mean currency exchange. I use Google Translate, don't quote me. This is where you buy takeoff tickets if you want to fly back to that, or drive back to that station. And then here's the baggage claim and some bathrooms. And then we exit the airport to a nice canopy type thing. And yeah, that was the interior of the airport. Now for the exterior. So the exterior is quite complicated as well. So as usual, we're starting over here. We got two helipads. One with an attack chopper as Ryan's, and this was my no. I think this was my helicopter, and over here was Ryan's helicopter. I don't remember which was which, but this is for sure my hangar. Has a F-16 built from Magnum Museum's tutorial, I think. And I got some information here too. Probably not accurate, to be honest. In fact, let me search up the weight of an F-16. Okay, so 20 tons. All right. Yeah, so that's too light for an F-16. Anyway, chill area. And over here we got Ryan's hangar, which has a plane. I don't exactly know what plane this is. The Boeing 989. Oh yeah. Attached on it is a frickin' A-10 Burt gun, of course. Lounge there. Also got some machinery here too. And yeah. Over here is the approach lights. Okay, for some reason there's approach lights on this taxiway. That's kind of very, very sus, if you will. But we got approach lights for runway 8 and runway 9. Totally not named accurately, of course. Some nice taxiway designs and some small hangars here. And over here we got a taxiway where if you go here you can feel your plane, which is totally accurate. And over here we got the international, this is where the international jets would land on runway 9 and runway 09. Different, of course. That's the de-icing area thingy, pre-threshold, threshold, touchdown zone, 1,000-foot marker, center line, the whole shebang. These are the flags again. And yeah, Norway, England, Germany, and Los Perrito. This is a private plane built by Ryan. Looks kind of fat and funny. This is a maintenance room. Yeah, that's there. We also have a fire station, some more fuel tanks, the control tower, fuel depots, and a radar surveillance tower. Next to the airport, we have the cargo terminal where the Los Perrito cargo gets shipped out to the city. So if a cargo plane lands here, this is where the cargo will go. But yeah, that about sums up the airport. I think next we will cover South Perrito, which is one of the finer looking districts. So South Perrito is going to cover this, that. I think it'll cover that too. And we will talk about what used to be there, because something important used to be here before the data loss happened. So here is the second Jimbo's Hunting and Sporting Goods. It comes with a shooting range too, which is kind of cool. Over here is another jewelry store, actually. Not Fancy Mandan's, although I'd like to think it would be Fancy Mandan's. It's also a broken window. Let's go. And yeah, I think it's a nicer jewelry store, to be honest, but Fancy Mandan's is the OG. Over here is the second David's Diner. a lot of seconds. But this is one of the best buildings in the whole Los Perrito because it's just a vibe, to be honest. Jukebox, kitchen, bar, tables on the inside, tables on the outside, a maintenance room for the janitor to store his let's just ignore that. Drink fountain, reception, you got the whole shebang. This is really just one of the best diners in the entire city, to be honest. Up next, we got the Bank of Los Perrito. This is the big bank. That over there was a small bank. This is a big bank. And its design is actually based off the State Bank of Townsend, or the Bank of Townsend, I forgot what it was called. Here's a picture of it, though. But yeah, let's look at it on the inside. On the inside, we got tellers. Nothing too special. Up here we have those cubicle agains where you would go in here and get a loan or a credit card or something. But down here, oh boy, down here we got quite the shebang. Huge vault. Inside this vault we have gold, we got emeralds, we have the Vice Mayor's private vault, we got the Mayor's private vault. I put some netherite in there a few months ago. We got the third rarest gem in the world that priced at 186 million. And we have another gold and diamond vault, so pretty expensive stuff in here. Be a shame if someone were to rob it, but that won't happen. So yeah, that is the Los Perrito Bank. Almost forgot to mention the big ol' AC unit there, which I think was also on the airports. But yeah, next up we're going to talk about this gas station and convenience store, one of the best ones in my opinion. It's a nice big old gas station, but the convenience store is just so well built, in my opinion. The interior, at least. These were supposed to be glass doors. All the food stores were supposed to be glass doors, just FYI. So we got a coffee section, a Slurpee section, a hot dog stand, we got cash registers, we got a mustard and ketchup stand, we got everything. It's just really good. But now we gotta move on. This is a pet shop. It was meant to house pets, but you can't spawn animals. Can you spawn animals? Oh. My game did not just crash. Oh crap, I thought my game crashed for a second. But yeah, you cannot spawn animals. So yeah, this is one of the most important buildings in South Perrito, and also one of the most important train stations. Oh yeah, these are the stuff. Oh, Christie's Pet Shop. Lag spike. So that's Christie's Pet Shop. But yeah, this is the central station. Got ticket stands. And we have public lounges, food courts. Yeah, we were going to originally have a mall too, but we had to demolish it because it sucked. And then down here we have another train. Okay, now you know what? You guys are going to hate me for this, but if we just break this and go down here, we will arrive at none other than platform 9 3/4. And a cool train called the Hogwarts train. They would not let me ride express. I don't know why. But I hate myself to this day for building it. I still hate myself. Oh yeah, there's also a nice skylight here, which goes up here. So up next we have the McDougal power plant. This is where we get all our power from. Also, it's also secretly a nuclear power plant, but it's just underground, so no one would know. Makes sense. Here is the south exit of the city. It is a one-way system, so once you leave, you cannot get back in if the door is closed. Anyway, over here is the next 4-lane road. This was actually a high school, actually. I demolished and put a high school there, but then the data loss happened. Now I need to talk about something difficult here. There used to be a bowling alley here. The Richard Strikes Bowling Alley. It was made out of light blue concrete, and I think bricks is the foundation type for the thing, but this was a really good bowling alley, and then the data loss happened, and we lost it, and I haven't rebuilt it since. So, rest in peace, here lies the Richard Strikes Bowling Alley. Over here is our F1, I think F1. I'm not too much of a racing person, but Ryan is, so he built this. So we have a medical. So we have a medical thingy for the people who get injured on the job, if you will. We have garages for the cars. We have waiting rooms and diners and stuff for the people who want to pay to sit in this part. We have the sponsor section. We got the cars, and we got the announcers area, and the people want to sit down and watch it would sit from here. And then here's the actual track itself. It's a nice round track, like a NASCAR track. Also a scoreboard, some food trucks, and some more food trucks over there. But originally we had demolished this in place of more city, and we had a police precinct, but that was since lost. So yeah, that covers all of South Perrito. Now it is on to, I think, the final stretch. Just these two buildings left. So this is a Best Buy. It looks really good though, but yeah, Best Buy. That's Best Buy for you. We have the Vertec Manticore V9 coming 2020. Yeah, this city's stuck in 2018 though. We got a Vertec Alistair V6 gaming computer. Top models, the X7, X8, and X9 Vertec Graphlexes. Also top models. They're supposed to be phones, not firework stars. You get the point. This is the gaming consoles. These are supposed to be Nintendo 3DSs. These are supposed to be, I think, PlayStation's 4s, and these are supposed to be Wii's, along with some featured titles. And here we got some used games and stuff. And then here we have, I think, Apple products. So we got AirPods, iPhones, Macs, Apple TVs, MacBook Pro, MacBook Airs, the whole shebang. Here is the appliances. So we got ovens and toasters? No. Yeah, okay, this is just a thing. I guess it would be kind of cool if I put toasters here, but yeah, we got a fridge and ovens. Over here we have customer service and the checkout area. And yeah, we have a nice, sexy parking lot too. Which leaves us with the final place. The Millbridge Gated Community, surrounded entirely by barrier blocks. But I should probably mention that the whole city is also surrounded by barrier blocks on the roof. So the only way in or out is through the front exit entrance or that entrance if it's opened. But yeah, completely surrounded by barrier blocks. Only staff can enter it. It's 4 separate houses here. These used to be cars, so they're not cars anymore. But this is my house, my current house. Minus the glitch door. My current house. So we have a living room. Got my pet cactus Geramaldo, who actually exists in real life. We have a nice pool and a hot tub. That's what it is. I have a hot tub and a fire pit and a barbecue. And a nice chimney, even though I don't have a fireplace. Anyway, up there we got a kitchen. Up here we have our bedroom with my Stormtrooper helmet, jukebox, some video games, some more stuff, some just personal gimmicks. We have balcony, trash cans, fountain, and as is custom in Los Perrito, the mayor has a coconut tree. So then up next we have a man cave. It's pretty cool. And I used to have a war room, but it got lost, the data loss. This is Ryan's house. I don't think I should show it, but I probably should, I guess. So next up we have Ryan's house. It is... yeah, he has a thing down here, I guess. Another man cave. It's pretty much a copy paste of my house, I think, except for the interior, which he redid and stuff. Here's his bedroom and his balcony. So I think the final things I could show you guys are the airplanes, actually. So here we have a Boeing 777 painted in the Los Perrito Airlines red nose livery. Yeah, it's based off of the Norwegian Airlines red nose, of course, but for Los Perrito. We got a nice cockpit, some engines, and a nice interior. And really, you'd have a whole view of the city if you could look down the window, but I don't think you can. You just see that. It's the first class. Back here's all the economy classes. And yeah. Over here we have a Boeing 737, which, by the way, both these planes were designed by Lord Dacker, not me. But we have a 737 here, painted in the normal Los Perrito Airlines livery. And there is a cockpit and just a bar, because of course you gotta have a bar in a 737. And you also get chairs, only economy. Okay guys, I'm actually above the barriers right now, but that is gonna wrap up today's tour. And I will see you in part 2 sometime soon for the lore. So, yeah.